Good evening. This is Chandler Q. Raymond, the Blowtorch of Truth, broadcasting from the Bunker of Freedom. Now, tonight I'm going to expose one of the greatest dangers that I think is facing America. A threefold danger, and we're caught in the midst of it, and we need to know about it, and no one's talking about it. I'm going to talk about it tonight. Now, due to the extreme and the sensitive nature of this, viewer discretion is advised. If you have children, please do not show them this video. I do not want them frightened. I do not want them to cause nightmares, psychological trauma, sending to the school counselor, medication, whatever. This is very serious stuff, and we need to discuss the great danger. Of course, the great danger I'm talking about is the danger that the piano guys present to our freedom and our American way of life. Now I say, wait, the piano guys, the two guys on the piano, the other guy on the cello, you gotta be kidding me, right? No. There's a serious danger that there's, okay, look, so, no, this is not tinfoil hat time. This is a serious danger. Now, we have the piano guys. It's really four people. You have the two performers, Schmidt and the other guy, Nelson on the cello and Schmidt on the piano. Then you have the songwriter, and you have the videographer, and they come together, they do these cool videos, and we watch them, and we think they're really great, and, it's very entertaining. They're very dapper. They do classical music. It's very uplifting and nothing radical. In their concerts, they're well behaved. They are not drunk. They do not spit on or at the audience. And you think, okay, these guys cannot pose a danger to America. But in reality, they do. And this goes back with their connection to Brigham Young University. Now, as you go to the concert, for example, you have a daughter. The daughter says, "Daddy, can I see the piano guys in concert?" And you say, "No, I saw this video and they pose a danger." It's like, "Daddy, you're so mean. You're a Sith Lord, Klingon, Death Eater, neo-Nazi, whatever." And your girl's gonna see you let them go and you go get guilt trip. Now they go to these shows and of course they get caught up in the evil that are the piano guys, this grave threat. Now what am I talking about? What is the evil? And it goes back to the connection to Brigham Young University. Right here, Brigham Young University. And by the way, Brigham Young, even the Mormons admit that Brigham Young is Freemason. You go to their official website, it's out in the open, they do not hide that. And I think we all know what that means, Brigham Young being a Freemason. So, Brigham Young University, the man in question is Harvey Fletcher Jr. Now, he's a top-notch scientist. He graduated from Chicago. He worked with Millikan, part of the Millikan water droplet experiment, taught at Columbia, also worked at Bell Labs. Excuse me, it's kind of a rough night. I've got these forest fires going on. But he is involved with stereophonic sound. In fact, he actually got a posthumous Grammy due to his work with stereophonic sound. This is Harvey Fletcher Jr. In fact, they have a building at Brigham Young University named after him. Now, I have been banned from campus for Brigham Young University permanently, which shows you the extent that they want to suppress this information about Harvey Fletcher Jr., keeping me from campus. But truth will prevail. So Harvey Fletcher, he developed the stereophonic equipment that emits hypnotic sounds. So the piano guys, their music gets channeled through this equipment that Harvey Fletcher Jr. developed, causes hypnotic and sends subliminal messages into our mind. And that's the essence of the trap. Now, it's a perfect Trojan horse. Nice dress, you show up there, good music, you enjoy it, but there's hypnotic subliminal sounds. Now, that's the first part. This is part of the first part. This is the one that the attack upon the grown-ups through the subliminal messages brought to you by the piano guys. There's even a greater threat to our teenage children. And of course, that... sorry, my mom's cleaning up out there, so just make a little background noise. The greater threat, of course, comes from Lindsey Stirling. Okay, here, tinfoil hat time, yeah, she's a grave threat. But you notice the Trojan horse again. Dresses modestly, she has no tattoos, uplifting concerts, has prayer. In fact, parts of her group who are not involved in this cult, they also participate in the prayer, which shows the deviousness of the plan there. But in her shows, she also uses in her violin the same stereophonic equipment developed by Harvey Fletcher Jr. at Brigham Young University. These hypnotic signals that reach out to you and send subliminal messages into your mind, and you cannot resist them. It's Harvey Fletcher. He should have gotten a Nobel Prize. We all know why he's involved with the cultic activities. It's like, okay, yeah, crazy, yeah, oh yeah, this nice little girl, she's involved with this cultic thing. Well, here, there's something hidden in plain sight. This is a copy of her book. Now, you notice that her book, you get a copy of the book, and this is not me, this is right here in plain sight. Her book does not have any chapter numbers. Now, there's an important numerological reason why. Because you get the book and you count the chapters. Chapter 13, right there, is the one who talks about her service as a missionary, her 2 years as a missionary involved with the cult, brainwashing people in New York City. And what's after chapter 13? You got it, chapter 14. And right here involved for missionaries, nuns. Of course, nuns were talking about Opus Dei, which was exposed in the Da Vinci Code, and Jehovah's Witness, another cult. This is in plain sight, folk. I am not making this up. You can read this, get this book yourself, study it, count the chapter numbers, understand the important numerology. But this is her approach, is to attack the teenagers of their through the hypnotic sounds of her violin. But there's even a graver threat. And that graver threat is aimed at children. I'm sorry. When you have these dangers that are facing America and the children, I get so emotional. And where does that danger come from? Yes, it comes from the Aquabats. I don't have a copy of any of their music in here. I will not allow their music in my house. I put my foot down on that because of the luciferian and satanic cultic influences that come from them. Now, Aquabats, post-ska band. They aim towards kids that wear the costumes like they're superheroes and they have fights on stage, but they're heavy into merchandising. Now, what things are they putting into merchandising? You know, the microchips could be contaminated with some hallucinogen because these kids put these costumes on. God, they get exposed. I'm sorry. The dangers that these people are facing to our American way of life. The Aquabats, the danger that the Aquabats face to us. Now, what I'm talking about, sorry I don't have a dollar bill with me, but their third studio album, pay attention to the numerology again, their third studio album is called The Floating Eye of Death. Of course, the floating eye, the eye of the Illuminati, which is on the back of our dollar bill. Third album, so you understand the numerology of 3, and the 1, the Eye of Death, which is, there is telegraph. Okay, folks, this is in plain sight. This is not me. You can get the album, Aquabats versus the Floating Eye of Death. Track 1, read the lyrics. Track 1 refers to a global secret combination. Let me repeat that. Refers to a global secret combination, referring to the cultic and the clandestine activities that the Aquabats are involved in. And then track 6, okay, notice, third album, track 6, 3, 6, what do you get? 666. The sixth track is called Chemical Bomb. Chemical Bomb. I kid you not. You get the album, you do the your own research. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't take James or Q Raymond's word for it. You do your own research and verify what I'm saying. But are you up to speed on the cultic activities that these entertainers are involved with, and the threat to our freedoms and our way of life, and even our spirituality? Well, that's enough for now. I did not have time to get into other aspects, such as Mitt Romney's presidential bid, Mitt Romney's father's presidential bid, you follow the presidential bid, taking over our country, having these cultic influences with the stereophonic hypnotic sound from Harvey Fletcher Jr. Another person is Alex Boyer, Aquabats, AB. Alex Boyer, AB. Orson Scott Card. Orson Scott Card is the typewriter of Satan. Run the Bible code on some of his texts, and I have research here. I don't have time to get into it. So pay attention. Keep your powder dry, keep your guard up, and pay attention to these cultic influences that are facing and destroying our American way of life. Thank you, and have a good evening.